Hey, let's take a look at your MT6 LT6 affirmation. And let's take a look at some properties of some shape. If you have a trapezoid, you have one set of parallel sides. Because you have one set of parallel sides, those adjacent angles are going to be supplementary. If it's an isosceles trapezoid, the base angles will also be congruent. If you have a parallelogram, we know a bunch of things. We know the opposite sides are parallel. We know the opposite sides are congruent. That's where you made the mistake here. A parallelogram has, oh, I take that back. It does not have all sides congruent. That's a trapezoid, or that's a rhombus. Okay, we know the opposite angles are congruent. We know the adjacent angles are supplementary. We know the diagonals bisect each other. Now, if you have a rectangle, well, a rectangle is a kind of parallelogram. So everything that's true about a parallelogram is true about a rectangle. Besides that, it's equiangular. That means all the angles are congruent. And we know the diagonals are congruent. Now, a rhombus is a parallelogram, so everything is true about a rectangle, or sorry, everything is true about a parallelogram is true about a rhombus. In addition, it's equilateral. We know the diagonals are perpendicular. And we know the diagonals bisect the vertex angles, the corner angles. And then everything that's true about a rectangle and a rhombus would be true about a square. So on this problem, the only issue I noticed right here is under parallelogram, all sides are not congruent. That's the only mistake I see. Now if we take a look at another problem that's kind of based on this, is every parallelogram a rectangle? Yes, it is. I said that backwards. Your answer is correct. Okay. So every parallelogram is not a rectangle. Is every square a parallelogram? Yes, it is. Is every quadrilateral a rhombus? No, it's not. That's correct. And the one issue we had is every rhombus with 4 right angles a square. Well, that's exactly what we're talking about here. If I have a rhombus and it's equiangular, That would make it a rectangle. So if it's rhombus and a rectangle, it's a square. So this is the only one that should have been true. Okay, I've opened up MT6, LT6 affirmation for you to redo, so go ahead and redo that.